All right, quiz fix in 18 minutes. So number one, I should have a quiz in front of me. Yeah. Tire travels 75 inches in one rotation. What is the closest to that diameter? Yeah. All right, so we have a circle. If it goes around in one rotation, that means that the circumference is what, 75. Yes? So then we need a formula that has circumference, and we want to know what is diameter. So we need a formula that's got both circumference and diameter. Thankfully, we have C equals pi d. Yes? Okay, it says which is the closest to that. We look at all of our answer choices. They're all whole numbers, so we can assume we're going to use 3 for pi. So we have 3 times the diameter, and the circumference we figured out is 75. So 3 times what number is 75? Very good, Trigo, 25. So our answer for that one was C, 25. 1 down, 9 to go. Number 2, a rectangular room has an area of 588 feet. So area 588, and it has this length here of 28. What is the width of that room? So we're saying, what is this length right here? So we have a formula for area of a rectangle that looks like length. Oh, it's not length times width on your chart, it's base times height. Length times width does the same thing, just different words. We take the number it gives us, which is 28, times some number equals 588. So looking for what number times 28 is 588. If you don't know that, we just work backwards. We say, what's 588 divided by 28? So we say 28 goes into 58. 2 times 28 is 56. 58 minus 56 is 2. Bring down the 8. We start over. 28 goes into 28. You guessed it, 1 time. So what is that other length? 21. You should have got that one right. Oh, I deleted the page. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, number 3. Casey makes jewelry. A lot of people miss this one for really bad reasons. We have a hexagon, and it's split into 6 triangles. And it says if the perimeter is 90, so perimeter is 90, what is the perimeter of each individual triangle? So a lot of people are over the workout. Well, there's 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I take 90 divided by 6, and that does give you 15. But 15 is not the perimeter of each of these triangles, because each of these triangles has 3 sides, and each of those sides would be 15. So 15 plus 15 plus 15 is 45. So the perimeter of each individual triangle is 45. Why would you correct him on a quiz? I should give you both a 0. Number 4. This one is just a triangle. It had a height of 10, 2, and 9 over here. So we start with the formula. Formula for a triangle is just 1/2 the base times the height. Remember, base and height are always connected by this right angle. So if the height is 10, and the base would be both of these numbers added together. So 9 and 2 is 11. So we're looking at half of 11 times 10. Or we could say half of 10 is 5. And then 5 times 11 is 55. So there's your answer. So far, so good. All right, number 5. Regular patio, not a regular, rectangular patio. So right there, it says rectangular. I'm going to draw a rectangle. Has a length of 25 and a width of 15. So 25, 15. If it costs 88 cents per square foot, so 88 cents per square foot, how much would it be to cost to carpet the entire patio? So if it's talking about square feet, we know we're not talking about perimeter. We have to be talking about area. So we need the area of this. So area of a rectangle Still, base times height, 25 times 15 is what? Heck, I don't know. 33,000, that's your, no. This is 125.
What did I do?
You tried to give me the final answer. So this is 375. So the area of this shape is 375 square feet. Is that the answer we want, though? No. What do we have to do with that? If there's this many square feet, and it's 88 cents per square foot, the last step would be to say, what's 375 times 0.88? So 5 and 8 is 40. 56 plus 4 is 60. 24 plus 3 is 3,000. Yes? We go to the second number. Before we do that, we bring down a 0. Since we're multiplying by 8 again, what is this going to give us? What's 375 times 8? Is 3,000. So we add those up like Trigo is trying to tell us is 33,000. What Trigo didn't tell us was that there's 2 decimal places, which means the answer is actually $330. Good. All right, now the ones on the back that everybody missed.
I only missed 1 and 3.
There was only 4 questions, so I graded number.
5.
I didn't grade number 2 because that one was worded weird.
Which one got it right though?
Because I didn't mark it. Nobody got that one wrong. Okay, so here we go. So 25 feet, 15. This little section is 4 and 20. Then go. Okay, so we break this up into shapes we know. Just like we did in the warm-up, I would look at this rectangle right here. So we start with this shape. If this is 7 and this is 15, and the whole thing needs to add up to 25, we say 7 plus 15 is 22, which means this little piece here has to be 3. So now we have a very tiny rectangle up here that's 3 by 4, which means it would have an area of 12. That's one part. Now if we look at the big rectangle, we know, oops, no. So the height of this is 25. We need to know what is just this piece here. Well, we know the complete distance from left to right is 20, but we don't have all of that. We don't have this little green piece, so what's left over? So we do 20 minus 4 is 16. So we have a rectangle here that's 25 by 16. So if it's base times height, 25. So 25 times 16 would give us, what, 400? I don't know. 0, 3, 15, 250. Yeah, so 400. So this here would be 400. Then we just have our triangle. So again, we can say if this piece here is 16, what is left for our little triangular piece? 4. And this right here is connected by a right angle, so we have our base and our height right there. So we can say the area of that one, half the base times the height, or half of 7 times 4. So half of 4 is 2, and 2 times 7 is, so the area of that piece is 14. So we just take our 3 areas, and we just combine them all together. Is this a highlighter? So we can say we have the area of this, we have this area, and we have this area. So what is 14 plus 12? Which is 26 plus 400 is 426. Okay. We're going to skip number 2. I'm not worried about that one as much. Number 3, gallon of paint covers 250 square feet. You want to paint all 4 walls on a room that's 12 by 15 by 9. So we're going to get more into this one later when we do surface area. But for right now, we can just think of it in terms of we have 4 walls. So if you think of a box, we know the front of the box has to be the same as the back. The left side of the box has to be the same as the right side of the box. So we look, what would be the area of the front? So we have a base of 15 and a height of what? 19. So we'd say 15 times 19, which is 285. I don't know, let someone else work that out. And then we have the side of the room, which is still a rectangle, except now this would be 12 times 19. Is it 285? Okay, so this is 285 over here. And then 12 times 19, what's that, 228? 18, 108, 228. Okay, so that gives us the front of the room and the side of the room. But if we have a front, we also have to have the back. So there's going to be another 285. So we need to say, what's 285 times 2? So that would be 0, 17, so 570. If there's a right side of the room, we'd also have to find the left side. So 228 times 2 would be 456. So now that we have the front and the back and the left and the right, what do we have to do with those? We add them together. So we say 570 plus 456. We get 6, 2, 10. So 1,026. Wait, is that right? Okay, haha, just kidding. The height of that was a 19, this should just be 9. Whoops. Whoops, all this is now worthless. Bad times, bad times. My bad, my bad. Okay, so 15 times 9 is, shoot, I don't know. I'm forgetting, because now I'm trying to go quick. 5, 4 is 135. So if we double that to get the back side of the room, that'd be 270. Over here, 12 times 9, that would be 108. And if we double that, that would give us 216. So we add those together. Thankfully, these are smaller numbers now. And we get 486 total feet that we need to paint. So each gallon covers 250.
Your neck went and I really hit the speakers.
Yeah. So 250 feet. So how many of those would it take to cover 486? Well, 1 gallon wouldn't be enough. How many feet would 2 gallons cover? That'd be 250 times 2, which would be 500. Will that be enough to do 486? Yes, so the answer is 2. All right, number 4. This one's nice and easy. This is just like number 2 on the other side. You have a rectangle, and it says it has a 3,600 square feet, so that has to be the area. Okay, if it's 90 feet wide, how long is it? What is this right here? So we say if area, still base times height, so we have 3,600 equals 90 times some number. So if you don't know what that is, we can work backwards. So you say, what's 3,600 minus 90? Not minus 90, divided by 90. We cancel out one of the zeros here. 9 goes into 360, 40 times. So there is your height. All right, and then number 5, an architect designed a decorative window shaped like a rectangle 12 wide by 8 high with a half circle that has a radius of 3 centimeters on the wide end. Window supply company has various versions. Which version best resembles what they designed? Okay, so big thing people missed out here. A lot of people tried to put B, right? Which is not right. Because it says the radius is 3 centimeters. But on all the pictures, they're all drawn like this, measuring across the circle from left to right. So what does that mean? If it goes all the way across the circle, that's not the radius, that's the diameter. So we need to figure out what is the diameter if the radius is 3? 6. So this part of the circle has to be 6 wide. So that just leaves C and D. Then it says the entire rectangle has to be 12 wide and 8 centimeters high. So then it says, let's see, and the circle should be on the wide end. So which end's wider, 12 or 8? 12, so 12's got to be on the same side as the circle, which means 8's got to be over here, which means the answer has to be C. My history might be bad, but doesn't this kind of look like the Alamo? Yeah, I'm getting nods from the group. Okay, there's your answers. 10 problems in 17 minutes. Good job. Good night. Like, comment, subscribe.